Trophy winners, legendary coaches, and today the Seminole War Chant will be rocking this place. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Stanford Cardinals, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Seminoles will kick it away to start. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Stanford Cardinal offense will take the field for the first possession of the day. This has an old-school feel to it as this running back makes his way onto the field and all eyes are fixed. They are glued on him.
Yeah, the old school, because nowadays it's usually quarterbacks and the other guys that get all the attention, but this guy's so good. He is the focal point. He's the guy everybody's looking to. He's the tone setter. He's the physical bell cow for this team. He will get the rock early and often.
He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21. Stanford wants to push the pace. Shotgun snap on third down. He's got his man. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. The give to the tailback. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Play action. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And that is the way you set the tone, man, early and often. Here in the first quarter, getting your first sack. Nice job by this defense. They had 4 last week, and it's looking like today it's going to be more of the same.
Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. Pulls it and fires to the left. Got enough space, and he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. So Florida State's offense will take the field for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. He found plenty of room, and he gets him to the 39-yard line. Much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play, some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers, and just a great history at Florida State. They've been up and down in the recent history, but this team back in the day, man, Doak was rocking. Everybody wanted to be a Florida State Seminole.
To the end zone, and it's picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Line gets set, first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass. Round incomplete. Line getting set on second down. Give to the running back. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Off play action on first down. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. A big play for the defense with the first down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
He's got it. Touchdown, Cardinal. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offensive coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now he'll off one deep down the left side. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Florida State.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it back looking for help. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. First down to start the drive after the break. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Stanford quickly to the line. It's a draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive.
Picked off. At the 40, there he goes. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
He's brought down solid. Pick up a little bit short of the first down. Off the play fake. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is. And he's got it! Touchdown, Stanford!
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. And that's exactly what happened.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Wide out in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. With jet sweep pass. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Looking to throw, it's Sims. Gets rid of it. Quick completion on the out route. At the 35, he's open. Oh, look out, there he goes. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain. First and goal.
It's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. First and goal. The option look. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, no!
That's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Well, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They'll give it to the back. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Stanford lines up to punt it away. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown. He lobs one high down the left side. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. Touchdown, Seminoles. A great catch and run for 6.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up for the PAT. Splits the uprights. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Utah has the lead right now, but this Rice-Eccles crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by a field goal over Houston. He'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Comes out throwing on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Dobbs. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. That last completion has him set up, second and short. He's looking to throw. It's complete on the right side. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Feeling some heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And it just doesn't get more dominant than that. One-on-one, me versus you, and there's nothing you can do about it, David. I know that's something you know a lot about based on your time.
Man, fly off the edge, beat the man as quick as you can. There's so many things that have to go right for you to get a sack. The ball has to be coming out a little bit later. But you know what? When you win that fast and that clean off the line of scrimmage, that is how it's done at the highest level for that defensive end.
Man, it should come as no surprise we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee. Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to two of the best receiving core in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves. And with that, let's send it back to our guys at Bobby Bowden Field.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Stanford set to boot it deep to start this second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get to the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Fast motion from the offense. To the air, it's Sims. Pressure coming. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. Oh, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. Quarterback checking off. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch past the sticks. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. They've got the screen set up. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Here comes the offense on second down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Dances away from one. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. And the Noles have this offense rolling. The aerial assault continues. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Really nice job there by the defense because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. The give to the big fullback. Touchdown, Cardinal! And epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now.
Yeah, and you love giving it to the big boy right near the goal line, plowing ahead. You know he's going to put two hands on the football, lower his shoulder. Second and goal. You don't need third and goal, thanks to the big fella.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on.
He's going to throw deep right side. It's complete. A huge pickup. All kinds of room to the right. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Florida State.
And how about the tight end showing off the athletic ability? Does a great job in the blocking game. Now, when you need to make a big play in the passing game, you just turn him loose, throw him the football, and he can make big plays like he did right here.
After that latest answer, tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Stanford wants to push the pace. Leaves it with the back. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44. The D thinking brings some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. It's a draw. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. No huddle here for the offense. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Coming after it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. This has been a tight one, third quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. This time it's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. 3rd down play from the gun. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Here comes the hurry up. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wants to throw. It's Sims. They're bringing heat. Hit as he throws. Finds his big tight end. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. The Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page. playing together. I love it.
What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Fires on the move. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I get it. It's the 4th quarter. It's a tie game. I need to go out and make a play offensively. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to be on the sideline now after that interception. As a quarterback, I'm like, please, defense, please go out there and bail me out. Give me another opportunity to go take the lead and win this ball game.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. From the gun, the ground game. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Stanford quickly to the line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. What they would give to help their kicker out with a few yards on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 55-yarder. He's looking downfield to throw. Makes a connection. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. From the red zone, looking for a man. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Stanford! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing, he's working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They'll start this drive with a pass. Buys a little extra time. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Let's see if they play it conservatively and try to get some of the yardage back on 2nd and long from the 13. Looking for a man. It's Sims. Dances away from the heat. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
He'll pull it down. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Florida State.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to the big tight end. Pulls it in. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to escape and get it himself.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, no! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
That times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Dobbs. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. He's looking to throw it. Caught behind the line. It's Bryant. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Stanford wants to push the pace. Using the quick game. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. They'll have to punt for the fourth time today. He's got great speed. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. To the 15. Oh, he gave him a dead leg. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. He wants to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A field goal attempt from this spot would be 52 yards out. A few yards on third down would make it easier. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
When you got third and this long, everybody knows what's coming. It's going to be a pass. Defensive linemen get to tee off. They know exactly what's coming. Go get the quarterback. It is your dream. That is what you live for. It's what you practice in the offseason for. I want sacks just like that.
They've got him pinned back, and they're trying to rattle their eardrums. Listen to this crowd. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Unloads it left. Almost had the completion. Just missed it. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. 2nd and 10. He'll throw again. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception. What a finish we have unfolding here. The offense in the waning moments and a chance to take the lead. Touchdown Seminoles! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the fourth quarter for the touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Dobbs. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field.
There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
They're trying to get to it. They're going to get him for a safety, trying to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. Fields the punt and looking for daylight.
Returner is brought down at the 39. And your Florida State Seminoles will take over.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, bleed the clock, let the big uglies up front get some push and ball security, David.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. Dropping back, it's Sims. He'll take another shot here. And he hauls it in inside the 30. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
Every single week, defenses know who's going to get the ball thrown to them, but they can't stop him. With that last catch, he now has over 1,000 yards receiving on the air.
Trying to get to, fires deep toward the end zone. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed.
And you know what? You kind of deserve it. Late in the game where you could run the clock out, still throwing the football all over the yard. Now this game, it's a long shot. It gave him a little bit of hope.
Throws into double coverage and it's picked off. Would have loved to have gotten a big return out of that one, but they'll take it 1st down at the 40. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Trying to find his man on 1st down. He's going to run it. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment. 2nd down coming up. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Snags it. They will score. Touchdown, Florida State. They give themselves just a little. They close in on extending this winning run. Game is essentially over right now, and you wonder if it's really necessary to jack up the score like this.
It might not be necessary, but it won't be forgotten. I can tell you that, because coaches, they don't forget things like this. Late in games, you want to run the score, get that extra touchdown. I'll get the chance in the future to do this back to you. I like it. Just keep it in the back of your mind.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Dobbs. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
You want to have a lot of success on defense, make the quarterback feel uncomfortable. This defense has been doing it time and time again, and you can tell this quarterback doesn't have a prayer.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. From midfield, looking for room. They bring him down. Strong effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll